All right, hello, hello. Are we working? Um, really gotta say, did not know what I was getting myself into. I start up the game and holy shit, fucking horrible, horrible nightmare already right off the bat. Jesus Christ, Jesus fucking Christ, this sucks. Um, Apparently another one of those like fucking fossil games where it's like before like fucking common sense in game
Fossil games
settings where it was invented. Shut the fuck up. Who's speaking? Get out of my head. Sorry. Yeah, so settings have been like kicking my ass. Don't know why the game is so fucked up. Really good sign though. This is $2. I paid like $2 for this game. Can't be too mad. Um Yeah, let me post the link around a little and then uh-oh. What do you mean check disconnected? This game is so good actually. Interesting. By the people who made Amnesia, that's literally all I know about this game. Let me close the door to my room. Okay, door's been closed. Let me post the stream link in my thing. Yeah, I want to ping literally everyone in my server. Fuck you guys. Okay, that's enough dilly-dallying and stalling and blah 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 every other word in the dictionary. Actually, wait, no, not enough. Let me post it to my the stream to the Tumblr. Okay, that's enough. I don't know what issues YouTube's having because it's telling me chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you and then successfully connected. So if you guys have any issues, send angry emails to YouTube and not in my chat. Okay? Um, Anyways, let us. Oh God. Is that really the resolution you're gonna be at? Video game? Are you serious? Okay. Um. Uh. So yeah, here's part of why I was saying I'm scared of this game already. Uh. The fucking resolution settings are like absolutely batshit insane. If I set it to my monitor's actual resolution, it like displays it in a tiny little like box and like crops off 90% of the screen. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know how to make it work normally. I'm kind of too scared to try anything else. There's no option to not be in full screen. I'm gonna turn off noise though, because noise is gonna do well with YouTube compression. game design. That's what I'm saying. Also, if I tab out, it lags my entire computer and also like hides the game screen. So that's pretty cool. Let me see if that work? Hello? No? Yes? Okay, I guess that doesn't work. Try advanced settings. Advanced settings has like graphic options. See? Texture quality, shadows, post effects. Nothing really that useful. The other really awesome thing is sound. Sound volume. I can only turn it up. There's no... I click on the option for sound volume and it just goes up. There's no way to turn it back down. So now it's on 60. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm already kind of like fed up with this game, and I haven't even gotten into the game yet. Does it loop? No. The only reason it was at 50 is because I went into the fucking settings config file on my computer and manually set it to 50. Oh, okay. I think hold on, let me do something. Since I have my guy on the left side of the screen, maybe if I Where is game capture? There we go. Is that better? Is it better to have it to the side? What do we think, chat? What do we think? I think drink some cold water, friend. I hate seeing you all frustrated. Don't worry, I don't think this is going to last. Oh man, I can't get the selection box off my screen. There we go. Okay. So, do we like the game being off center, or should I center it again? I want to get this up to a vote real quick. Because I mean, you guys are the ones who will have to look at this, so I don't want to make it look like shit if you're gonna be staring at it. Maybe you think centered? You like it like this? Shit! People are like saying different things. All right, well, center is fine. I think that's more people saying centered. Why is it? What? And- Weird. Flip it upside down and crop it off halfway. Dunk, when you're right, you're right. Um, Flip vertical, and then, how am I doing this? There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right, guys, let's get into the game. That's the way you do it. Okay, let me just undo that real quick. Yeah, I did like transform fit to screen. That's how we have what we have right now. I do stretch to what? I did stretch to screen, and all I did was stretch it vertically a little bit. I don't know what's going on with this game. This game is fucked up and evil, and I don't know. Uh, there. I think that's the best scaling option. Or wait, no, is that's like slightly... Is that off-center? I don't know. What the fuck? This is pissing me off. Is there something wrong with the audio? I don't know. Is anyone else having audio issues? Better to sort this out now before we actually get into the game, because I ain't wanna gonna... I don't want to deal with this later when we're actually in the game. Audio fine. Think it's your laptop. Okay. All right. Is the game centering okay to everybody? Or does anyone, or is there like an issue? Okay, well the thing is the auto center is not going to work correctly because this is what it thinks is centered. This is what it thinks is centered, guys. So that's what I'm like not doing that because the fucking like bounding box of the game is wrong. So yeah, I think that's as I think this is as centered as I can realistically get it. Um, that looks close enough to correct, I think. All right, any more issues? Any more issues before we get in? It all looks pretty quiet on chat's front, so I'm gonna assume that no one else has an issue with the stream. Changing my name to issue so I can be the issue. I'm not actually even a little frustrated with you. That's a joke. All right, I might need to adjust the audio once we actually get in, but I don't know. For players who are bad at action games, players wanting a real challenge. I'm gonna go normal because I'm a normal kind of person, except I'm not. My story began in February year 2000. I wasn't
I'm
alive
not
then.
following this allegory. I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it. So when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of.
Game a bit quiet. Okay.
In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Interesting. I'm not sure I quite. What in the fuck am I looking at? That was the scariest fucking finally, we're almost docked. I'd better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick up things using left mouse, and I can take a closer look at things using the right mouse. What the fuck? I thought the game was normal for a sec. No? What in the shit? I'm like tripping balls. What? All right. Does anyone know a convenient and fast way around this? Or am I just gonna have to deal with this for the rest of the game? Google it? I don't know what I'd Google. What do I Google to find, like, answers to this issue? Like, what is even happening? What is this? Wait, maybe it's the bloom? It's the bloom. All right, turned off bloom. It's all okay, baby. It's all okay. No bloom. We can make do though. All right. It might honestly be that the game is just too old for your computer. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Always good to have a notebook. N to jot down interesting information and reminders. P. I think I left my torch in the desk drawer next to the bed. It can be opened using my left mouse on it, holding the button down and moving the mouse. I'm certain this map's a good decade out or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm going. You gotta mess around the config file to get like a proper res. See, it was at my correct resolution, but it would only show like the fucking center square of the game. Everything else was cropped off and I didn't know what to do about that, so I just set it to like a small resolution. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still only have one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest, but what does a fisherman's wife know of a life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing they've had a wash. Before I forget, The Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout, but I said they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. Try turning on disabled scaling on high DPI in the Penumbra EXE compatibility settings. You see, I don't know how or where those are. Flashlight switches on and off via the inventory tab or hopefully with the shortcut key F. Now where's that emergency glow stick? Should be in the locker easement in my inventory. Interesting. Is this on Steam? You right click the EXE and it's in the properties. Alright, I'll give it a shot. We're gonna fuck around in the settings some more. Yeah, this is on Steam, by the way. Okay, so I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at here. I'm looking at the properties for penumbra.exe and I don't. The thing is, I don't even see an option for like to disable full screen. And when I went into the config and set it to windowed, the window just kind of like fucked off and flew away, and I had to like task manager the program to death. So I don't know. Um, I don't know what I'm doing in these settings. Program DPI, use this setting to fix scaling problems for this program instead of the one in settings. Or high scaling override. Or something else entirely. And yes, I did set full screen equals true to false, and that like made it so that it was in a window, but when I tried to move it into a way that I could see it, it just kind of flew away and like I said, I had to task manager it because the window was just completely gone. Okay, well, I've changed the high DPI scaling override. Turned it to on, and it override high DPI scaling behavior, scaling performed by application. What do I want to set this to? I don't. Just the override, not the top thing. I don't understand at all. Well, I'll turn that on. Fucking. I think just undo whatever BS I just told you to do and live with whatever the hell is going on. Hmm. Don't know how I feel about that idea because I've already changed those things. Um, okay, well, I changed. I mean, I like this game, but that was unplayable. Maybe the game is trying to override whatever config settings you were trying to set. Some games do that, so you gotta set it to read only. I don't know. Let's try the shit I just did. Oh? Oh? Is the game like... Wait, is it picking up on OBS at all? 1920 by 1200. That is my correct resolution. Graphics. Okay, wait, let's... Oh, I didn't save at all, so I get... Yeah, that makes sense that there's no loading. Alright, I guess new game. Can I skip this? Okay, maybe we shouldn't have like closed out of the game before getting to a save point. I didn't think
For
about
my
that.
part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline.
You can turn on quick saving? I like the sound of that. I like the sound of quick saving.
I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago. and said the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take.
So I can't like
As
skip
I
this,
watched
can I?
civilization
No.
disappear along with Heathrow,
Let me tab
I
out for a
realised my
sec.
father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Okay, cool. So it seems like any and all sort of like cutscenes. There's a skip intro movie set in the config as well. Great. Yeah, so it seems like any like cutscene or something is going to horribly break and look really bad. Let me see if I can turn on blue. I assume no, but I mean, we're here. Yeah, no. Broken as hell. Kind of figured, but, you know. Sometimes we can have dreams. But the game is running. I really like how whatever the fuck this effect is happens when I look at things. What is that? Is that something I can turn off? Graphics, advanced. Depth of field? Okay, yeah, the depth of field is the broken effect. Post effects? Okay, do I just have to turn off every graphical effect because it's going to be broken? I don't know. We'll post effects should be fine. Gotta tuck my chair into bed, hold on. Whoops, Interesting. I have my torch at hand. This country seems to be in a permanent state of twilight. I have some extra batteries to power my flashlight. Could come in handy if the torch runs out of batteries. I should be able to access it through my inventory with the shortcut G. Interesting. Also, just a warning, you have to do these tweaks and such for Black Plague and Requiem as well, pretty sure. You don't know your own strength. Wait, let me tuck the bucket into bed too. And the life ring with a bottle in it. Wait. This stuff belongs in there. Okay. I think these controls are gonna be a little finicky, but I think I can get it. I think. Don't play Requiem, it's bad. As I stepped off the boat, setting out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I had been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. Wow. What a guy. So cold, don't know where I am, need shelter soon. Is there... Oh... My entire head went numb long ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past, or that's some kind of animal in the distance. The hell is that? I don't care, I need shelter. It looks frozen shut, I need something to break it. Oh, I still have the padlock. Okay. Can I hit it? Can I break it with the padlock? No, not quite right. Kinda figured. Can I break it with my flashlight? No, okay. What? Okay. I can't pick up any of these barrels. Frozen solid must break ice. With what? I didn't see anything. Rock. I couldn't. Oh, so that's gonna be like an actual mistake, like mechanic. What? Hello? Oh, there we go. Okay. Interesting introduction to mechanics. Am I dead or? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Use my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived, although looking around maybe I didn't. What is this place? Can't believe you fell that far? I should have known that rusty old ladder wouldn't hold my weight, but I didn't have any choice. I'd rather die down here than suffer that cold any longer. Yeah, honestly, the physical manipulation stuff is really cool and makes things immediately really immersive. I don't know if I'd say immediately really immersive, but they are definitely cool. Like, undeniably. But I don't know if I'd say really immersive. What? Oh, I can drag it. Okay. Cool, cool. Empty boxes of ammunition. What is this place? Stick. Oh. I didn't expect to like put that in my inventory. Flare. Heavy wooden barrel. Could be anything inside it. Look out for the abominable snowman. It's stuck. There must be something in the way. Okay, interesting. Door is stuck. Oh, note. Oh, no, not a note. Oh, another alternate door. Let's see, I can swing the hammer if I hold left mouse. I can make a backswing by pulling the mouse right, then follow through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back and then thrusting forward produces a stabbing motion. I reckon if I hold down right mouse after the backswing, I should still be able to look around. Oh, good heavens. The most jank mechanic in the entire game. Good to know. Am I supposed to hit the shit out of this door? I figure that's really the only option presented to me. Actually, wait, no. How do I put this away? There we go. There is boards back here. What? What is... Excuse me? What a mysterious shelf. That's what I'm saying. I'm just pretty solid it won't open by hand. Someone obviously wanted to keep people out or in. It's some kind of industrial mechanism, although there's a hole in the center and no way to operate it. It fits pretty comfortably. I can turn it. Okay. Eh. Cool. And there's the front door. What was the other way, though? There was the hatch and then there was... Oh. What? Guess nothing. Something. Yeah, wait, what? No, there is... Huh? Oh, God. What the fuck? What the shit? Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by two solid metal hatches located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets. Emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there if something goes wrong. Part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. Okay, what's my battery at? 33% battery left. A little ghoulish, but there could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'd be best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know if I've got it right because of the blue tint to my vision. Plus, I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. Better to shut off any light sources, though. Okay, so the stealth mechanics, I got it. Oh, great heavens. Imagine telling yourself how you know you're in stealth because the vignetting turns blue. Classic stuff, yeah. I'm glad that there's an indicator. Place must be really old if they were stealing paraffin lamps. Looks like there's still some juice left. Okay, and I can't use it at all because as heavy as it looks still, it should serve as some form of weapon if I have to defend myself. Large wooden box. Continuous. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Oh, is this gonna be like a largely reading game? Not that I'm incapable of reading, but I feel like I've gone on record to say I can't read. Friendly maintenance is completed. One wounded. No cause for concern. My men caught manufacturing cherry bombs and succeed in blowing off a couple fingers. I take partial responsibility for this in that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storage room, and I'm sure that's where they learned the ingredients. Precautionary measure. I have now locked up that manual in the chest in my office and will keep the key on my persons at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. This is so disconnected sometimes. There's a decent amount of notes and you often need to read them carefully for puzzles, but I wouldn't say it's too bad. Man, my friend. War could end and we might not even hear about it out here. There are most a few pages. And that's industrial ice pick. Pair of reading glasses, categories 7C. In order for myself, my glasses are in rather poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of mine continues to progress. The structure is being of the mine is beginning to progress. Structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved areas is going ahead. What? A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know that man before me is Howard. I call him father. What the hell just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. What? I may never get used to that. Is that saving? Apologies to the people watching in dark rooms. Yeah. Monkey. Oh boy. That's saving? Okay. Suggested that mine-altering chemicals naturally sewn into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at Greenland Mine. University, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers. Paranoid schizophrenia. Researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties may be present in the rocks. Few locals were conducive to interview, but those who agreed to speak on had their own explanation. Inuit spirits known as the Turngate? Or is that an M? No, that's definitely a. I don't know how you're supposed to say that. University is awaiting the results of the chemical testing. Studies continue. Well, so much history in this place tied up in words and left to decompose. Interesting. Typewriter dates back even further than the war. 1923. Beef jerky, not with that aroma. Rotting wooden shelves must be the added moisture from that grate. This whole room is putrefying. Light, I miss being outside already. This place is starting to get to me, but even if I could reach that gate, it looks built into the rock itself. No way it's coming loose. 1940s jerky. Actually, yeah, I'm taking fucking ancient shit just like in my inventory. Lock, need a key. I found a key. Big box of explosives, 1923 edition. String, black gunpowder, and backstrip. Black match fuse. Most viable fuse. Okay, this is how to make a fuse. Oh boy. Oh, great. Painkillers. Okay, let me just flashbang my views again. What did, when I... What? I didn't see anywhere else to hide. Because it said it was around that corner, and I'm... Can you pet the dog? I do... I'm not... I don't... I don't know. I don't think this... I don't think so. Then again, I did just save. Might as well. When I've been this scared in my life, I can feel my heart racing. If anything gets within more than a few feet of my hiding spot, I'd better not stare it out. Anything within my field of vision might panic me, and then I'm a goner. Scary. Evil beasties. That's a really awkward way of trying to tell you that if you look too closely at enemies, they'll get alerted to you. Yeah, I remember the peeking around corners, but like... There we go. I adjusted the light in my room so I can see the screen a bit better now. What the dog doing? Scary. Frightening. I don't know where it is. Am I back towards the entrance? No, I'm back at the storage room. Okay. Alright. Cool. Okay. Work of either a child or the deranged mind. A bunch of spiders equals unhappy. What am I looking at? Rocks on a trapdoor equals trapdoor can open and I can get through. I can't tell what that one's supposed to be. Paint cans. Wait. Box of rocks minus box of rocks equals thing opening? Wow. Can I move the box, please? Into the corner. That door must lead deeper into the rock to some kind of basement. Looks like it needs a ladder. Someone's removed the ladder from these hooks with a pretty blunt saw. Ah. Okay. It was different but the same. That time, like I had more control, but over what? This basement caved in some years ago. Something's tunneled through here, and more recently, though, Christ, what sort of creature makes these markings? Spiders in small places. I don't know if I can. There we go. My earlier assumptions that at the benign nature of my cellmates may have been made in error. After a careful autopsy, I am concerned that there may be a small volume of natural chemicals stored in the stomach which, if ingested regularly over a period of time, may become psychotropic or even lethal. My only real chance is to break out of here and raid any stashes of supplies I can find. However, the evidence against such a move is insurmountable. I have no source of light. I swore to myself I wouldn't leave until I heard human voices outside. The spiders are so tasty. Wait, that was day 71, day 100. And the maths I've been making on the walls, or marks, sorry, I'm like stupid. And my scribbled diary entries, which in the dark may amount to an illegible scrawl. Today is the 100th day of my new life. For the past month, my edible friends have become more and more aggressive and have swelled in number and size. Whether or not this is a result of my plundering their ecosystem, I am unsure. However, at this rate of growth, they will soon be large enough to crawl through the gaps in the walls. For all I know, I could be only seeing the tip of the iceberg. If all fails and I am never recovered, I hope that at least my study of and indeed involvement with these fascinating creatures will one day be regarded as an important point in natural history. The greatest names in modern science got there more through fluke than talent, and it appears that this rule has extended itself to my discovery of this delicious new species. I only pray that the second rule deems my breakthrough too insignificant, for all great discoveries tend to consume their inventor. It's supposed to be that's all. It's just the basement story. That Locks looks rather worse for wear. Do I need to drag a rock here? Cool. Great. This is where the ladder was. The dog. What the dog doing? I begin this record still in the hope that the great work we have undertaken here might one day be of scientific value. My aim is to remain secure until what help there may be arrives, and to that end I have barricaded myself into a small workshop area in the abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the meager food rations here will keep me alive, and that those I hid from will not jeopardize that. This mine really is cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here, and now, 30 years on, fate has struck again. I forecasted that today the rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location and hence busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. My first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of rescue. My second mistake was to make assumptions on the safety of this mine. My third mistake was to act on both of these assumptions in going outside of my safe haven. The best estimate is that I left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid, and I have found only danger. It appears the old living quarters. I approached the old living quarters. I could find no sign of life. I tried to go back the way I came, but found myself somewhere else. Confused but focused, I attempted to make my way home, but found myself threatened by some species of feral creature which seems to have made this old mine its home. Although the specimen bore significant interest to me, I chose to retreat only to find myself outmaneuvered and outnumbered by the beasts. I turned and ran, injuring my ankle in the process, which I believe now is most likely a sprain rather than a fracture. But for some time I cowered and fled into the dark. A few hours ago I discovered a door leading to a smaller, disused part of the mine, the key which I still have in my pocket within the area. I have discovered this storeroom, and I think it should keep me safe for some time. The place is a maze. My lesson learned, I will not venture out again until I am sure the area is safe. Rescue seems increasingly unrealistic. Supplies diminishing, lots of spiders in this place. I do not like spiders. Caught one of the accursed eight-legged beasts nestling in my open mouth when I woke up this morning. In my surprise, I swallowed it. It's not so much the act of swallowing which concerns me, but the genus of arachnid. It would be unlikely that a cave-dwelling spider would be venomous to any significant degree, but the possibility troubles me all the same. Any known venom would have affected me by now, and so today, the first minor cause for celebration I have had since the incident. By lucky coincidence, the revelation also means I have discovered a virtually inexhaustible supply of nutrition. I intend to venture into the basement beneath the storeroom in the name of science to discover more about these creatures' natural habitat. For 4 days now, I've been surviving solely off the quite considerable sustenance provided by the spiders. For some time, I was struggling to gather enough of the crunchy little morsels. However, Lady Luck smiled on me once more when the batteries in my torch died and I made a second life-saving finding. The creature's natural habitat is the dark. With my light now diminished, I need only lie still for a few minutes and I will have attracted enough of the beasts for a rather hearty meal. Dude, that's fucked up. Rock. Fuck you. What? Am I doing this wrong, guys? Am I stupid? Did I drag this rock all the way over here for no reason? Please? Think you need an actual key? But it says it describes it as like broken. The lock looks worse for wear. Why would you call it worse for wear if like the fucking thing can't be broken? You've already introduced the concept of breaking things to me as a player. Why would you say it looks worse for wear if it's not meant to be bashed open? Fucking hell, whatever. Try throwing it? I think I already did. Because, yeah, if I look at it, it says that lock looks rather worse for wear, and I don't remember seeing any other place I could have gone up there. But this lock isn't doing anything. It's not even... Why am I throwing rocks at it? I have a hammer! Fluid lighter gas. Okay, I have a lighter now. Battery. Fuck you. Oh, that sounded bad. I think someone's been dragged through here. I've never seen this much blood before. That was my best chance to get some answers. Who else is still down here? I don't even see any blood. What? May never get used to that. Oh, there's the blood. Day 200, Spider Haters Note. It has been some time since I was recording my fightings in relation to the spiders with whom I have shared my existence with for the past 8 months, partially due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory. Not too long ago, their behavior became overtly aggressive, and so I attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair and secured myself in one of the smaller rooms above it. The only one with an operational door lock. The other reason is that I have been recovering from a minor operation which I was forced to conduct myself without the aid of anesthetic. Even if I did have any anesthetic or surgical tools, I couldn't afford to be less than diligent in my work. So anesthetic was out, surgical tools are all well and good, but although it may be becoming old and rusty, I still trust my penknife to do the job just as well. Procedure was it's elementary enough, a simple amputation of a non-vital organ with a penknife? Began to notice a thick glue-like substance forming on my tongue and was forced to accept that it had become infected through constant toxic ingestion. Another century of days comes and goes. It seems like so long since I escaped here. At some stage since my last entry, I attempted to return where I whence came from. That from which I originally was fleeing seems a fate far worse than the one I now face. However, in the time since I arrived from the larger mind system, a cave-in has occurred, blocking any further progress. I was forced to return and accept whatever end life has in store for me. I can still hear my aggressive little friend scratching on the door to my cell. This one seems a little more positive, although I'd question its motivation. Spiders grow, I guess, is what it's saying. Surprised that guy survived so long. What was he eating? Was it still the spiders? It seemed like he had stopped eating spiders because they started attacking him. Years and years of reports, logs, and files just left here to gather dust. There's probably another century of life and death right here at my feet. Interesting angle to take. Yeah, that's about what I didn't want to see. It's like an internal organ, or maybe an animal tongue. Glad I grabbed that. The largest spider I have ever seen with its gut carved open. Let me just, just... There we go. Problem solved. Avoiding the very queer reality that I have already let. That hole isn't large enough for a man, not that I'd go anywhere near it even if it was. What burrowed out this tunnel? Still not sure what this picture is supposed to mean. Am I supposed to do anything else here, or am I just supposed to leave? I have a fueled up lighter, but what am I... Christ, what am I thinking? I have a key. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to... Maybe the key I picked up goes to that, like, front door. Or the middle door. Yup. Yikes! Hope there's no. Evil beasties. There we go. Shut up, dog. Dog heard you talking shit. Yeah, no kidding. I couldn't even get a good view of my surroundings. I like how it tells you to block the door as if that's going to do anything. Can I throw rocks at the dog? I love my workshop. It is too great a hunting ground to let others gorge their faces. 1-8. Oh wait, 2-1-4-8. Yeah, my Red's mind is working somewhat backwards today. So 8-4-1-2. Do you want an actual answer or just thinking out loud? Considering I haven't found a save spot, I would like to know if I can throw rocks at the dog. Eight, four, one, two. You can also hit with the hammer if... Well, I'm not as open to trying that as throwing rocks, but... I think you can't actually kill them, but you can stun them. Not worth risking my life to stun it, then. Yeah, one step closer to setting those explosives off. I guess that was some string or something? Yeah. Token back strings to the gunpowder should stick, or rather, I really pray the gunpowder sticks. That's like the fucking soldier with a mug guy. Look like they've seen some use in their time. Can't have been much fun working down here. In fact, it must have been pretty god awful. Spare wheel. If I keep experimenting, I may discover something useful or have a heart attack. Worn and torn, and yet the edge is sharp to the touch. Hope that hole was there before the spiders and not the other way around. The mechanism. Pickaxe. I need to start thinking straight. So is this better than my hammer? Just used for different things. Overture defense and it's been put up recently. I better find a way to get over. Is this? It as can be expected. Is it a bomb? Homemade cherry bombs, very small explosives, probably soaked through by now. Dynamite, there we go. Hole's too small to thread the string through. Okay. I know. No, not quite right. Clearly that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Wait, but if there was an electric fence set up here, you would think that whoever set it up would still be behind it. Okay, so what can I do about you? Alright. Unbelievably, this is the first fuse I've ever made. What made me think they would go together? I think it's really funny when a video game character questions the most obvious, like, combination stuff like that, where it's just like, what if I put together part A and part B? Oh, what kind of fucking moron am I that I would think part A and part B? Probably shouldn't have done that. I've been picking up batteries, but I don't see where they went, because my battery is still, like, at 32%. Never gone up at all. Oh, wait. Wait, the dynamite is just like an item I have and not like an actual... What? How are they getting added to my flashlight? So they just... the... So it really does just like add like fucking 0.1% to the fucking flashlight light? And I thought the way that like battery power was handled in pressure was weird. So I take it I don't have what I need for this puzzle yet. All of that was just for the fuse? Uh-oh. No kidding. Why do I still have this fucking padlock? Whatever, I guess the padlock stays in my inventory. I don't know what I am supposed to do then, because I thought the stick of dynamite would be, you know, what I need to clear the way, and then it doesn't do anything. Mm. This is another thing it wants you to find. I kind of figured, considering the fact that I can't do what I need to yet. Do I need to blow up the dog? I really don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. That's as far as I can throw it? Okay. Oh, and yeah, it's just fine. I love dogs that are immune to 2 sticks of dynamite. And also a character that literally cannot throw fucking a foot in front of him. I can throw this rock better than I can throw a stick of dynamite. What is wrong with this guy? I feel like I've looked in every single place there is to look. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. So I have to get past the dog with the fucking stick of big barrel of dynamite. Wait. Do I just hide behind there, or? Shit. When I look back, I can't think what spurred me to go deeper into the mine. Perhaps it was arrogance at still being alive, or something as ridiculous as facing adversity and coming out on top. Now I know I would have been better off starving or being mauled to death than kick-starting the chain of events that led me to end up here, writing to you. I just hope, once you understand my story, you will have what's necessary to put an end to this tale. I certainly didn't. I'm kind of tired. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Normally, try to go for longer, but today has been a day. It's as if I'm leaving my body for just a moment, but not just hovering around. Let's say I go someplace. What are these things? Oh my god. It, each battery gives 10% battery. Evil whisper hole? Why? What? What is the point of that? What roared? Yeah, it's scary radio noises. Okay, well, I have a radio now. I guess. Kind of emergency procedures leaflet. Ensure the stability of the surrounding environment by gently tapping and feeling the rock. Once you feel certain that there is no risk of rock slide, check to see if you have a form of communications device on hand and attempt to send distress signal using this code sheet. Should such a device be unavailable or damaged, begin firmly tapping out a message on the wall of the cave. Rescue crews will hear you and arrive promptly to dig you out. Okay, so once I have power on, this will give me the code to the door, I think. Maybe. Why did I take the broom? Oh wait, I guess I used the broom to knock it down? I mean, I could have reached it from on top of the boxes, but you know. Nope. Okay. I'm really at odds because it's like, on one hand, I don't like ending the stream early, but on the other hand, I really don't feel like playing this anymore. Those radio noises isn't Morse code, probably. I don't feel like sitting around to decode that. I don't even know what I'd get if I did decode that because it's like, I don't know. So much of this area is so dark and I can hardly see anything around me. And it's like, oh, use the flashlight. Well, I have like fucking 5 seconds of flashlight power before it starts straining. I don't know. And again, I'm just kind of tired. I don't know. It's not like I have that many viewers right now, like watching with bated breath as to my next puzzle solving. Yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. Um, yeah, so I think I'm gonna be back next week, next Saturday. Um, wait, let me search my scene. Yeah, next Saturday I'm gonna be back. Um, Probably not with more Penumbra. It'll probably be on my list of things to go from, but I think next week I want to do, what do you call it? I don't know. Next week might be more Penumbra. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet. It'll be decided by via a poll in my Discord server, so if you're interested in what I'm going to be doing, check there. Um, is there anything else that I need to say? I feel like there's something else I need to say. Um, yeah, I don't know. My mind's completely blanking. I don't. Mm. I kind of saw a shorter stream coming this because I had other stuff to do today. So, yeah, sorry for the rougher stream. Uh, Not a lot I can do about that. Um, Sorry, this one kind of sucked. Uh, Goodbye, I guess. Sorry again. I don't know.